All right, this is the Radford Family Cemetery in northeast Leon County, Florida. I am narrating this video sitting on my couch after I have taken the video, so it's a little weird for me because I'm used to narrating them out in the field, so to speak. But this is a cemetery that's in a subdivision, and it's just this little sliver of overgrowth between these two houses, so that's why I wanted to narrate it after the fact, because I didn't want to be talking to myself in the woods, making my presence super known. But here I'm just kind of trying to find a way to wiggle into the cemetery without stepping on anything. It was kind of spooky because there's this child grave right as I'm trying to step in. I'll show you. You can kind of see it there. Right there, it's a little 3 or 4 foot grave. Pretty sad, but that is a brick grave with some concrete on it, and I couldn't see any markings for it. But what's interesting is on Find a Grave, there's 4 memorials listed for this cemetery, but here in this video you can see that there's at least 6. Most of them are concrete slabs encasing brick. You'll see that there's this one here, and then another one are primarily just brick. It wasn't encased. Like you can see, those slabs are completely encased in concrete. There's one in the middle there next to that fallen tree that is not encased in concrete, but most of them are. I don't know who this child is. It's not listed on Find a Grave. They are not listed on Find a Grave, but I assume that it was a child of the Radfords. But the Radford family, it seems, the patriarch, Dr. William B. Radford, moved to Leon County in 1888. He lived, it says, on Lake Hall. On Find a Grave, there's his obituary, and another little article about him that says he lived on Lake Hall and served as the postmaster. What's interesting is it also says that he served under the administration of Andrew Jackson when he was at the age of 20 years old, and he died in 1906 at the age of 81. But this grave that's closest to us here, that I'm about to kind of zoom in on, is that of Dr. Stacy Bradford, which was Dr. William Bradford's son, and they both were physicians. And this tree that has fallen, I don't think there's pictures on Find a Grave where you don't see that tree, so I think there's probably recent damage, or more recent damage, done to this cemetery than what's documented on there. But you can see I'm just kind of looking down at the other graves. Another one person that's buried here is Helen Radford. I apologize, there's another cemetery, or several cemeteries nearby that are Bradford cemeteries, but this is the Radford Cemetery with an R. Here I'm just kind of zooming in on pieces of brick and stone that I see laying about. I don't know if they are signs of other graves or if they are just pieces from these graves that have been knocked about over the years. What was I saying? Oh, Helen Radford. She was the wife of Dr. William Radford, and she was the mother of Dr. Stacy Radford. And then another grave that we have here is Bertrand A. Radford. They were born in February 25th of 1855 and died December 31st of 1927 at the age of 72. I'm not sure what relation they were. It's not listed on here whether or not they were a sibling of the patriarch, Dr. William Bradford, perhaps. This person was born in 1855, so it could have been another child, I suppose, of Dr. William Radford, a sibling to Dr. Stacy Radford, because Dr. William Radford was born in 1824, died in 1906. This here, I'm not sure whose grave that is that I'm zooming in on. Oh, that's the same one. That is Dr. Stacy Radford's grave that I just zoomed in on. He is the son of William Radford. And then here I think I'm just kind of exiting the cemetery because there is not much room to kind of walk around. I didn't want to go trudging through there and stepping on a whole bunch of stuff. I just kind of wanted to show you what it looks like. If you're thinking about going to the cemetery, I honestly wouldn't, because it's extremely cramped and uncomfortable. I would honestly just watch this video instead. But very cool, very interesting, very much worth preserving and learning about. I suppose one other thing I would like to mention is if you talk to old timers in the city of Tallahassee and Leon County, some of them will tell you about how they used to go out to the ravines before this neighborhood was built. This neighborhood is actually called the Ravines because of a large ravine that supposedly runs through it. But I would hear stories about how as kids they would come out here and go to the cemetery, hike through the woods, and so I just thought that was interesting to add.